Hey guys, back again with another Mass Planner tip. This is George Price at gprice883 on Twitter, but you really don't need to know that. You need to know about Mass Planner, right? So I'm not gonna finagle you with my other stuff. I'm gonna finagle you with Mass Planner. All right, so this Mass Planner tip, guys, is basically one that I feel, gosh, all Mass Planner users should understand and learn how to take advantage of. Okay, as you guys know me in the Mass Planner group, I always, tell you guys that the most important thing in your social media marketing is the human element. Okay, so whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Google Plus, any of the 6 networks that Mass Planner supports, being a bot or using a tool like Mass Planner, which is an automation tool, all right, you want to make sure that you're doing things in as much of a humanly type manner as possible. Okay, and Mass Planner allows you to do this by offering what is called NightMode. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Okay, present to everyone. All right, let's get straight to it, guys. So as you can see here, okay, I'm on my dashboard. Let me go to social profiles. Actually, there are a few places where you can set this. So I'm going to show you the areas where you can set this. The first place in what I do, okay, I'm going to show you how I do it. I go to my social profiles, okay, and as you can see, I have 6 accounts running here. So how would this night mode work for you guys, or how do you use it? Go on to Google, or better yet, just go on a Google, and you guys have seen it. They show you the best times for posting, the best times for posting, the best times for posting, the best times for doing this on this network, the best time for doing that on that network. Well, with Mass Planner, it takes it up a level, okay? Because what I can do is simply say, okay, I know that my audience that I'm marketing to on Facebook, let me click on Facebook, they're normally awake, okay? Or I do this in one of 2 ways, all right? I set my night mode settings, okay? So from your profile, so let me go back 1 second. The way you start this is you go to you click your profile under social profiles, click on your profile name. I'm gonna click on my Facebook, all right? And then you wanna click where it says show advanced settings, okay? If you haven't done this already, click on show advanced profile settings, okay? And then you want to click where it says enable night mode, okay? So once you enable night mode, all right, this is where you set the settings. So as you read here, it says the account will not execute any actions between, okay, 12 a.m. and 12 a.m., all right? The way that I do this, and as I said, I have multiple accounts doing multiple things. And if you guys have multiple accounts, like multiple Facebook accounts or multiple Instagram accounts, or just in general, okay, the way you want to set this is you want to have this set when your audience is online. So for me, because I do a lot of interaction on Facebook during the day, US times, so between 6 a.m. and so between 6 a.m. and I try to shut things down about 9 p.m. Let me show you how I would set this. So once again, and this is funny that I'm looking at this and this is how it works, but I would do this. I would say, do not execute any actions between, so I said 6 a.m. I'm using Facebook, all right? 9 p.m., let's go there, I'm not using Facebook, okay? So do not execute any actions between, I'm gonna say 10 p.m., I'm sorry, I'm gonna say simply 6 a.m. and 10 p.m., okay? Or 9 p.m., whichever, all right? So basically, why am I doing this? Because I want to make sure that Mass Planner is only running when I am not doing anything. So this lessens my system resources. And not only that, but if I'm on Facebook doing something, like say, for instance, posting in the Mass Planner group, interacting with Mass Planner users, or chatting, what have you, normal Facebook operations, guess what? Facebook themselves are going to see that I'm doing these actions. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, we need to get rid of this guy because he's posting in a group 1 second, then he's commenting with a person the next second, then he's doing this, then he's doing that. You can't do two things at one time. Automatically, you're going to be known as a bot or using some type of software. But you can still use this software to perform actions that you're doing, and your audience is still going to see it. Just make sure that Mass Planner is not set to perform operations when you're actually using that network, or make sure that Mass Planner is actually set to perform operations when it's most profitable, basically, for you to be on that network. Okay, so as I said, go onto Google, do some searching. What's the best time for posting in Facebook groups, or what's the best time for posting content on Facebook? And if you're like, say, for instance, in Russia, okay, and you want to use the US market, then you want to make sure that your Mass Planner is closed, or you're doing, like normal operations when the US market is closed, in a sense, okay? Your normal operations. But when the US market is open, you want Mass Planner to run, okay? So in this case, I would not say do not execute operations between this time and this time. I'm doing this because I know that I have a market that is, on the other side of the world, or I know that I'm actually performing operations or actions on Facebook, so that the little bit of stuff that I'm doing, and I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not doing group posting or anything like that at the moment. The only things that I mainly do with Facebook is sharing content from my fan page to Twitter or other locations. That's it. I'm really not using Facebook at the moment. Okay, so let me go and show you possibly a scenario that would help you guys. I'm just wanting to make sure that you understand how this whole setup works and how the night mode can help you. My main point is, okay, going back to social profiles. At any given time, the way you want this to happen and the way you want this to work. So I would need 6 out of these 6 accounts. I would want 3 of these accounts to be on night mode when the other 3 are on valid, okay, or doing activity. That's the main gist of this. And the reason why is because if you're using half of your accounts and half of what you have set in Mass Planner, and if you have like 100 or more accounts, then you need to fluctuate it where it's like the times are even different. But you want to make sure that you're not use as many resources. Okay, just make sure that the tool is doing half the work half the time. Okay, by using night mode. There is another setting called global night mode. Okay, which you find in the settings area. Okay, enable global night mode. What this will do, guys, is everything. Okay, everything will be shut down. So Mass Planner will not perform any operations if you leave this. However, you can use this to tick this box. So like, say, for instance, I have my night mode set on Facebook. It's basically going to ignore this time and just use Facebook. So in a sense, I'm going to tell you, unless you're, the reason why you would use the global night mode would be simply if you have a system that, say, for instance, like myself, right? You use your computer during the day for whatever operations, okay, for setting up funnels, doing different things like that. And this is when you're using the same computer, guys. A lot of times if you're using a VPS or what have you, you won't have to use the global night mode, okay? And this is when you're using the PC, the computer, along with doing other operations, or other people are using the same computer, okay? This is not something I would recommend for this global night mode. I wouldn't recommend it for VPS or VPNs or dedicated computers for Mass Planner, okay? I would use the normal night mode inside of the social profiles, simply because there's no reason to enable global night mode, because just let Mass Planner run, okay? If you set your night mode settings properly, the tools are going to run, or things are going to run just when you tell them to run, okay? So I'm going to uncheck this for myself because I don't have that need. But if you're using a standalone computer and you're having issues with, just things being clogged during the day, I know you want to run this 24/7, but you don't have to, okay? If you're posting to Facebook groups, per account, you only can post to like maybe 12 groups before the link gets flagged anyway, right? Make sure that you're using, global, not global. Yeah, make sure that you're using global night mode during the day so that you don't have to worry about the sluggishness of your computer, okay? I showed you in a previous video that I just made a few seconds ago about the browser cookies and how to get rid of that, to help increase performance. But also you want to make sure that you're looking at the night mode settings, guys, because night mode set properly, it works, okay? Like I said, I'm going to untick this for myself, and I'm going to go on, but I'm going to go back to social profiles, right? So you have your night mode setting. the other way that you can pretty much modify, okay, times that content is sent is through your campaigns. I'm not going to go through that right now. You can also do it through your tools. I'm not going to go through that right now because that's a little bit more advanced. And the point of this video was just to show you that making use of night mode, okay, with your accounts helps to reduce your system resources, because if these accounts are not running and doing any actions, 3 of them, then that's half the system resources that are being used. Unless you have an Instagram account, a Pinterest account, or what have you, that's just running mega follows, unfollows, and such like that. And in that case, guys, I would suggest that you use the setting, do not use embedded browsers for Instagram follow operation. Why? Because if you're using the embedded browser, that's just more browsers that it's going to open up as it's doing these follows operations. And a lot of you guys are on Instagram. I know you're following a lot of people. I do it. I've taught you guys how to do it. Okay. The name of the game is to follow a lot of people, unfollow a lot of people, or unfollow the people that didn't follow you. But when you're doing this, understand that it's just going to keep opening embedded browsers. Okay. And the more embedded browsers that are open, the more system resources that are being used. Even, with having these, everything like staggered as far as not having half your accounts run and half your accounts not run. Okay. So once again, guys, I'm going to go to my Google Plus account. Okay. Show advanced profile settings. Okay. And we're basically going to click the box that says enable night mode. All right. And set your night mode time based on when you want it to run. So for this one, the other I set for 6 a.m. Okay. So it's not going to perform any actions between 6 a.m. and you see it's going to go to night mode. Okay. And let's do this 9 p.m. Okay. Go back into night mode. Cool. So we're going to go to the next, which is my Twitter. Okay. And show advanced profile settings, enable night mode once again. And you don't have to set them for the exact same time, guys. I'm just doing this because I'm showing you a demonstration of how this works, how like you set things half the time, or the other half of the day that doesn't work. So 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. Okay. So that's 3 accounts that I have sleeping at this moment. They're in night mode, and 3 accounts that are active. Okay. And with the active accounts, just to continue with this, show advanced profile settings, enable night mode. So since I have one that's going from 6 a.m., so this one, easy, put this at 6 a.m., okay, and put this at 9 p.m. Simple, right? Okay. And so that just simply means that at 9 p.m., it's going to go to sleep. The other accounts are going to wake up and start performing actions. All right. So I'm going to go through and do that with the others as well. So that's valid. My LinkedIn, show advanced profile settings, enable night mode. Okay. And this is going to be, was it 6 a.m.? So this is going to be 9 p.m. Oh, crap. 9 p.m. 6 a.m. Okay. And we'll go to the next profile. Instagram, same thing. Show advanced profile settings, enable night mode. Okay, 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. All right. So basically, I have everything set to run at opposite times, or I have my account split now. So one half is going to run one half of the day, the other half is going to run the other half of the day. All right, guys. So that's been your Max Planner tip for this hour, I guess, because I try to do 2 of these at a time. The reason why I want to do 2 is because I want to make it worth your while. Like, you may see one video and be like, oh, I knew that. But then you see the other video and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I need that information. That's what this is for. I want to give you guys tips for this tool that will help you with your marketing careers, and not only help you with your marketing careers, but help you with your sanity. Because gosh, once Max Planner starts running slow, you can't do certain operations, you go crazy, right? I know I do. Talk to you guys in the next video. George Price signing out with another Max Planner tip. Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.